into the dark heart of the police interrogation room. Using cutting-edge lip-sync technology, we'll bring to life the actual tape confessions of some of the world's most notorious killers.
I put tape on her mouth, held it there so she couldn't breathe.
And bring you face to face with evil.
I felt sick looking at him in the room. What he did.
And along with forensic psychologist Professor Michael Brooks, I'll analyze their interviews in unparalleled detail.
Her skull gave way a little bit. She was there immediately unconscious.
Their wicked words, now seen spoken for the very first time, will never be forgotten.
So I didn't suggest to him that we kill her on Sunday, but I knew that she had to be gone.
The interview in today's episode is a masterclass in the use of the Reid technique model of police interviewing adopted in the United States and Canada. In the Reid technique, interviewing is an accusatory process where the investigator tells the suspect that the results of their investigation clearly indicates that they did indeed commit the crime in question. The interviewee is a young woman, the suspect in a crime that shocked Canada. A respectable middle-class family had been gunned down in their homes. The mother lay dead, the father fighting for his life, and their terrified daughter found tied to a banister upstairs. Was this a home invasion or a robbery gone wrong? Or was the truth of the crime to be found far closer to home? A home where the daughter fell under immense pressure to be a success by her overbearing parents. The police had many questions, but no answers, and the daughter's account of the night was proving to be of little help. Then they had the breakthrough they needed. Unbeknown to the girl, her father had survived the attack. When he woke up from a 3-day coma, he told investigators details of the home invasion that left his daughter under suspicion. He said that he saw her talking to one of the men like a friend, and that her arms weren't even tied behind her back while she was being led around the house. After initial questioning, the girl was turned over to Detective Bill Geets, Gator as he was known around the police force. Geets is an experienced interviewer and cold and calculating almost from the get-go. He clearly means business and identifies the girl's manipulative tendencies immediately. He plays both good cop and bad cop, a dual role with which he seems entirely at ease. His interview will contain a series of outright lies, which is part of the Reid technique. Over the many hours she sits before him, Geets relentlessly breaks his interviewee down and eventually brings about an admission from the girl that she had ordered the hit on her family. Who is this killer who felt that the pressure to be perfect by her parents was enough to warrant their murder? Jennifer Pan. Exactly 2 weeks after Jennifer Pan's mother, Bisha Pan, was killed by gunmen, and her father, Han Pan, was shot and wounded, Jennifer faced questioning by York Regional Police in Canada. She claimed she was the lone victim left standing in the home invasion at her Markham residence on November the 8th, 2010. The police were suspicious, but had little evidence.
So today's the 9th of November, 2010. You're in a room right now that's being audio recorded. So if you can identify yourself for me.
My name is Jennifer Pan. Jennifer Pan's parents had emigrated from Vietnam to Canada, and they had built their life from the ground up. They had worked so hard for everything they had, and they wanted Jennifer to do well in life, and they had wanted for her to become a doctor.
She's been given all the opportunities to succeed, but academically she's challenged. She can't actually meet those expectations. And as a result of that, and the fear of failing in her parents' eyes, she then begins to spin a web of deceit and lies.
She made this very early decision to start to create a new reality. She wanted to keep it from her parents. She started to forge her report cards and give herself, so she looks like she had straight A's. And then once she was on that journey, that train, there was no getting off.
She faked it for years, getting straight A's. She claimed to have a place at university. The university declined to take her because she didn't match her entrance requirements.
She went to enormous lengths to maintain that facade. She'd go and get books on pharmacology and also look at YouTube or clips on videos to get her write up lecture notes to show her parents.
She even claimed to have graduated from the University of Toronto and got an internship at the Children's Hospital, a very stiff competition to get a place. So of course her parents were very proud of her.
Actually, she was working as a waitress and she was teaching piano to other children.
When there's so much pressure to achieve, as there was with Jennifer Pan, this pressure takes the form not just of a focus to her life, a central goal to her life. It becomes actually the only reality she knows. So the only way that she understands, evaluates herself and her life, her whole existence, is against the measure of achievement that her parents present for her. In somebody young and vulnerable, this goes beyond just producing a sense of being stressed. It actually defines their whole world. And I think we see this with the way in which Jennifer saw her only possible response to failure was to do everything she could to conceal it.
When her family found this out, they were so angry at her, and she had to explain that actually she'd failed the exam she needed.
Basically, all hell broke loose at family home. Her father apparently wanted to throw her out and was disgraced and everything else. It also emerged that she had a boyfriend, Daniel Wong, who she'd known for many years from school days. Her parents insisted that she gave up the boyfriend, B, that she completed a high school education, and C, that she became a much more dutiful daughter and restricted her very much in her social life, so that she wasn't allowed to go out. She was very much confined to home or to work.
She ended up staying with her family, and she tried to not have any contact with Daniel, but it's very evident that this wasn't the case. The two did continue to talk and did continue to have a relationship. But because it was a secret, Daniel then found someone else and he fell in love with another girl. And this really sent Jennifer into a bit of a depression over the kind of pressure she was getting from her parents and the kind of constraints she had on her life.
She's clearly a young woman who was living this double life because of the sort of stern parenting that she'd had from her mother and father. And so early on, you can understand and sympathize with her to some extent that she's obviously really been put through the ringer by this relationship in which she's kind of expected to achieve so much all the time. And from her point of view, you feel that it's probably not a very loving relationship that she has with her parents. On the other hand, the way she tries to escape from this relationship in the end is quite chilling and cold.